Okay, now, folks, the story I am just now going to narrate is very interesting for Tibetans. This proves that this area had, Tibetans were highly revered. The educated Tibetans who came here to study, they were highly revered here. This will surprise Tibetans because this is the story of Lotsawa Gyatso who came here to fetch Atisa. He had come with gold given by the king to fetch Atisa. And what had happened was Atisa wasn't had gone to Magad. So he instead of waiting in Magad, he came over to this Fulahari, which is your Piri Bazaar. Basically where I'm standing. These two villages, Loshghani and Ghuset, they are actually mispronunciation of Lotsawa and Gyatso. They are Bihari mispronunciations of Lotsawa and Gyatso. So the place where I am standing is proof that Piri Bazaar is your Fulhari, where Tilopa gave 12 hardships to Naropa and which Naropa fulfilled. Folks, Tilopa gave 12 hardships to Naropa and Naropa fulfilled. That's why that place is called Piri. Piri means hardships. Piri means hardships. Now, this is, Loshghani and Ghuset, barely half a kilometer away from it. So, from Piri. So, this is the proof that Piri is, your Fulahari. Because the story I will narrate, Lotsawa Gyatso, he comes here to pay homage to Naropa, and he hears that Naropa is coming. And he also hears that a local prince has come. So he sits, their throne is made, and he sits in front of the throne. And what happens is, when Naropa comes, he's on a dolly with his hair, white hair flying, and he is chewing betel nut. So the Tibetan Lotsawa Gyatso, he goes and grabs hold of his feet. And but there's so many people wanting, vying with each other to grab the feet, that he is dragged. He is dragged. Their people are much more tougher than him. He gets dragged. So this is where he must have grabbed the feet in Loshghani, and he was dragged till Ghuset. That is Loshgha, Lotsa, Ghuset, Gyatso. So, folks, this proves that Tibetans were highly revered 1,000 years ago. And now, if I tell a Tibetan, they'll be surprised. If I tell a Bihari, he will be surprised. So, folks, first let's see what Wikipedia has to say about this story. See, now this is Naropa. There was a Tibetan called by the name of Lotsawa Gyatso who came searching for Atisa. He came with gold to fetch Atisa. Anyway, now this is very interesting for Tibetans. See, Tibetans were, this will prove that Tibetans were well revered too by the locals of Lakhisarai district in ancient times. See, later in his life, Naropa stayed in Fulhari, where he died aged 85. Fulhari or Pulahari, that is actually Piri Bazaar. Piri Bazaar, which I was telling you about, was located most likely in eastern Bihar or Bengal. Okay. One of the few reliable historical accounts of him comes from a Tibetan translator named Gyatso Lotsawa. Gyatso Lotsawa, who made an effort to visit Naropa at the monastery of Fulhari while waiting to visit with Atisa at Vikram Shila. Now Vikram Shila is just nearby. Now yes, this is what Nagatso Lotsawa writes. Because I went alone as an insignificant monk to see the Lord Atisha, but he went alone as an insignificant monk. That means later on he became significant. Later on he became significant to see the Lord Atisha, and because he tarried for a year in Magad, I thought I would go see the Lord Naropa since his reputation was so great. I went east from Magad for a month as I had heard that the Lord was staying in the monastery known as Fulahari, that is Piri Bazar, close by. Very great merit arose from being able to see him. On the day I arrived, they said some feudal prince had come to pay homage. So I went to the spot, and a great throne. Now the spot should be near Piri Bazar, that is your Fulahari. That is exactly where I am standing just now. So I went to the spot, and a great throne had been erected. I sat right in front of it. The whole crowd started buzzing. The Lord is coming. So Naropa was coming. I looked, and the Lord was physically quite corpulent, with his white hair stained with henna, bright red, and a vermilion turban on. He was being carried on a palkin by 4 men and was chewing betel leaf, that was pan. I grabbed his feet and thought I should listen to his pronouncements. Stronger and stronger people, though, pushed me further and further from his feet, and finally I was tossed out of the crowd. So there I saw the Lord's face, but did not actually hear his voice. So this is what the Tibetan called Gyatso Lotsawa wrote about his personal experience. That he had gone as an insignificant monk. Later on he became significant, folks, because you have stupas in his name. You have the stupas all in all the places he wrote about on his way to fetch Atisa. So, and this is 2 of them. So this is Loshghani and Ghuset. They are 2 adjacent villages next to Piri Bazar, which is your Fulhari. And what do you call it? Loshgha, Lotsa, and Ghuset, Gyatso. Ghuset, Gyatso, Loshgha, Lotsa. Loshghani, Lotsawa, Ghuset, Gyatso. They sound similar, don't they? So, folks, this is the, what do you call it, story of these stupas which I am standing on, which are now villages. Thank you. So here it is in the satellite pictures. See, there it is Loshghani. This is Loshghani, and this is Ghuset. See, it's circular. It's a stupa. This is Ghuset, and this is Loshghani. And this Lotsawa Gyatso was dragged from here to here when he held on to Naropa's feet. See, the Tibetans were revered those days. The Tibetans, if he was learned, he was revered those days. So this is the thing, the 2 stupas, Loshghani, Ghuset, they are proof that Piri Bazar, Piri, up here, Piri Bazar is, what do you call it? See up here, Piri Bazar is your Fulhari, folks. Here I have broken up, what do you call it, Loshghani and Ghuset for everyone. And below it I have written Lotsawa Gyatso. See, Lotsa. I have all this time been saying that Tibetans mispronounced our words. Now I am saying that we mispronounce the Tibetan word. Lotsawa. Loshghani, Ghuset, Gyatso. So these two villages, Loshghani and Ghuset, are the villages from where to where Lotsawa Gyatso was dragged. He was dragged from Loshghani to Ghuset, folks. You can view it in satellite pictures now. Now, folks, this is the story of the Lotsawa Gyatso. Lotsawa Gyatso, he had come to Kajra to meet Atisa Dipankara, whom we say Garbu Baba. Anyway, Lotsawa Gyatso, he decided, Atisa wasn't in, wasn't in that area. He had gone to Gaya, both Gaya. So he decided to pay homage to Naropa. Now, the other name of Naropa is Abhaynath Baba up here, and his temple is on the mountain up there. And the Tibetans are searching for a Sangrama called Fulhari. It's not Fulhari, it's Piri. It's Piri Bazaar up here. Piri means hardships. This is where Tilopa gave 12 hardships to Naropa. This is where Tilopa gave 12 hardships to Naropa. Anyway, to come back to Gyatso Lotsawa story, proof of Fulhari is, Piri is Fulhari is the place Gyatso Lotsawa went to pay homage to Naropa. I mean, that's Abhaynath Baba and Abhay Kirti. So, near Fulhari, near Piri, there was a mandala made for Naropa and Lotsawa Gyatso. Lotsawa Gyatso came here and he saw Naropa on a dolly, and his white hair was flying and he was chewing betel nut pan. So he, went and he grabbed his feet to do namaste, to pay homage. But there was a huge crowd and some king had come, local king. So there was a huge crowd and Lotsawa Gyatso was dragged away by tougher men. He was pushed away, but he held on to the leg. He was dragged away. Now, where was he dragged away? This is Gyatso Ghuset. Gyatso Ghuset. See, the words sound similar. Gyatso and Ghuset. And Lotsawa, Lotsgha. Lotsa, Lotsgha. Loshghani, Lotsawa, Gyatso, Ghuset. Lotsawa Gyatso in Loshghani, he caught hold of the feet, according to me, and he was dragged till Ghuset. And from there you get that Hindi word ghasit. Ghasit. So this is the story of Lotsawa Gyatso, and this is proof that I showed you with my drone. I will show you with my drone. Piri Bazaar is just close by, around 3 kilometers away. And these were actually stupas on which people have settled. And thanks, because of this, the people settled here, they kept the name alive. So folks, this is the stupa where Lotsawa Gyatso was dragged. That side of the road is Ghuset. This side of the road is Loshghani. Thank you.